Abahinzi bakaba muri hano mwaramutse. Your Excellency Mariam Desalegn, the former Prime Minister of Ethiopia, Executive Director of International Coffee Organization, Mrs. Vanusia Noguera, the Secretary General of Inter-Africa Coffee Organization, Ayako Ambassador Rutega, the Chairman of Coffee Producers Forum, Mr. Juan Esteban Ardos, Excellencies, Ambassadors, members of diplomatic corps representing your countries here in Rwanda, fraternity of coffee lovers, producers, ladies and gentlemen. I hope, let me say, all protocols observed, just in case. Good morning, everyone. Let me start by welcoming all of you to Rwanda on behalf of Coffee Fraternity of Rwanda, the people of Rwanda, and the government of Rwanda under the leadership of His Excellency Paul Kagame. And I really want to thank you all for giving us the privilege of being your host. Thank you, everyone. In Rwanda, over 400,000 households working on 39,844 hectares of land are growing coffee. And coffee is one of the major contributors for their family income. In addition to that, coffee has a significant impact on both our country balance of trade and also the general economic performance, as coffee is the third major main contributor for Rwanda's foreign exchange income. However, despite coffee being among the most popular and healthier beverage in the world, it does not by itself guarantee that millions of farmers that are farming coffee are having a decent living or are expecting a prosperous future. While coffee firms are keen on expanding their customer base, reducing expenses, and increasing efficiency, coffee farmers still struggle to attain a fair share of the industry earning. In many places, coffee producers cannot even cover the production costs. It is therefore very important that this forum continue to discuss ways to secure increased revenues and enhanced welfare of coffee producers. That's a prerequisite number one for the sustainability of the coffee industry. The sustainability of coffee industry does require that coffee producers and those at the bottom level enjoy shared prosperity. Again, even though coffee occupies a dominant position in social, cultural, and economic spheres of this world, its production is continuously being adversely impacted by climate change, and this is putting the global coffee industry at grave risks, and that has been mentioned before. The variety, distribution, and sustainability of the varieties of coffee in coffee growing regions are all impacted by cyclical climate change, which results not only in introduction of new type of diseases and pests, but also in the increase of the outbreak frequencies, severity of already existing pests and diseases. The climate change has become one of the most significant challenges for coffee producers' prosperity, and therefore governments and all stakeholders, even policy-related bodies, need to set up coping strategies aimed at limiting the adverse effects of the climate change on coffee businesses. They also need to establish and promote a thriving coffee trade environment. Governments and stakeholders alike need to involve and engage all farmers in the coffee industry, coordinate them, and incentivize them by making sure that their needs and future prospects are met. Us as the government of Rwanda, we promote the coffee industry by supporting delivery of better imports, replanting coffee trees. Some of our coffee trees are really old, so we are into the effort of rejuvenating them, enhancing cooperative governance and management procedures, fostering public and private cooperation among stakeholders, and expanding the number of wet mills and coffee washing stations. The government of Rwanda plays a significant role in improving the skill sets of coffee farmers engaged in the coffee sector and raising the coffee production standards through the capacity building. Excellencies, I wish to take this opportunity to call upon all key actors in the coffee sector value chains to recognize the importance of the role played by coffee producers in guaranteeing the sustainability of their industry and its long-term viability for the benefits of all the stakeholders. I also want to reiterate that the government of Rwanda will always work hand in hand with all coffee stakeholders to ensure that farmers get paid fairly and live with dignity in their respective households. Excellencies, distinguished guests, I want to once again thank you for coming to Rwanda from all over the world, over 40 countries, and I look forward to the subsequent discussions that will provide answers to the challenges that this forum is here to resolve. And once again, I'm really pleased to declare that this conference is officially opened. Thank you.